Hi, this is Bob Toomey. I'm Bob Toomey, and we're with Around the Old Town. Today I have two young ladies as guests. We have Allison Mcdonald and Allison McLeod. Ladies, would you, well, you're the president, Allison. Why don't you tell me why you're here and what's going on?
We're here to talk about Care Center, a club at our school, Woodsdale School, that helps people in need.
And Allison, what's your name? Say it for the
Allison McLeod.
And your role, your title?
I'm the vice president.
Of Care Center? Mm-hmm. Who runs the Care Center at Woodsdale?
Well, we have 3 teacher advisors. They are Mrs. Sullivan, Mrs. Grady, and Mrs. Garrity.
Okay. And Allison, what are some of the things, some of the events or projects that Care Center has worked on? Just some, you don't...
Well, in the past we've done a food drive and Valentine's placemats for the Colony House Rehab and Nursing Facility.
On the food drive, Allison McDonald, about how much pounds did you raise or what?
We raised over, about 200 pounds.
200 pounds of food that you donated to the Abington Food Pantry?
Yeah.
That's impressive. That really is, shows you a lot of work. Did you do, I thought I read something about Hurricane Sandy.
Yeah. We did, actually Mrs. Sullivan's sister was a teacher at Tuckerton Elementary School, and a lot of the students were affected by Hurricane Sandy and they lost a lot of stuff. So we raised money for them with the help of Beaverbrook.
Oh, great. So we worked in conjunction with them.
Yep.
Now, Mrs. Sullivan, I'm sure you know, is a Jersey girl, and she'll tell you she's proud of that. I'm glad you were able to help them out. I'm sure she was impressed with that. Let's see now, what about a coloring book and crayons?
Yeah. That was in memory of a little girl who died of cancer, and her favorite activity was to color. Okay. So her family had a crayon book and coloring and crayon drive.
Right.
So for the children at the Hasbro Children's Hospital in Rhode Island.
Oh, Rhode Island, right.
Yeah.
That's good. So you're helping out locally in Abington, but also you're helping in Jersey, Rhode Island, and that's quite an accomplishment.
Well, our teacher is from Rhode Island, so she thought of the idea
Ms.
to do
Broussard?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also made, we had this really nice project that Mrs. Sullivan thought of. It was a crayon melting thing. It was really cool. You take a piece of almost like poster paper, like a canvas, you glue crayons to it, you use a hairdryer, and they melt down into a rainbow of colors.
Yeah. And we made that for the family.
For the Hasbro?
We made it for the family of the little girl.
That's impressive. That says a lot of what you're doing. Now, obviously, you girls are busy too socially, I'm sure. Like, you must play softball or homework, and what do you do for your hobbies?
I obviously have a lot of homework after school, but I play soccer, spring soccer, I do basketball, and I do gymnastics on Wednesdays, so I kind of have to balance it out because the meetings are on Wednesdays. I have to go to the meeting, go home, and get ready for gymnastics.
Allison?
Other than Care Center, again, I have a lot of homework too.
Sure.
And I take a musical theater class on
Excellent.
Thursdays, and I do fall soccer.
Great, that's how you keep active, keep busy. You're going to find as you go into adulthood that there's an expression, if you want something done, you give it to the busiest people. And you're living up to that already, ladies, so get prepared because people are going to need things done. They're going to say, oh, those Allison girls, they're always on the ball. They know how to get things done. So you're on the right track for that now. I'm trying to think, what are some of one of the things I read about too is blankets for babies.
Yeah, we did blankets for babies in the intensive care unit. And
at South Shore? Or?
Yeah, at South Shore. We take 2 blankets, we tie them together, and we basically cut the rims and we tie them into knots so that it's like a frilled rim. Oh. And we haven't finished that yet, but once we're done, we're gonna donate them
to them.
Yeah.
That's great. And also saw May Day. What's the May Day event? What did you?
Well, we made tissue paper flowers and put them in little bouquets, and we gave them to all the classrooms.
And Woodsdale.
Yeah, it was just to make the classrooms look nicer.
That's a nice gesture. Now, at Woodsdale too, Mr. Lodge is back, I understand.
Yeah,
He's been out sick for a while, and we're happy to have him back. Best of health, Mr. Lodge. I hope you finish out the year in good health.
He's a great teacher.
He's a great teacher. Well, they're all great teachers down there. I've had a lot of experience with them, and my son Fraser's in the class with these ladies too, and they're just great teachers down there. Mrs. Sullivan and Mr. McCurtain do a lot, and you're very fortunate. Dr. G, you have some great teachers down there. What are some of the upcoming events that we can look forward to hearing from?
some of the upcoming events, we are doing a Boston Strong pencil drive. What we're doing is we're getting a delivery of pencils that say Boston Strong on them, and we're gonna like sell them to students or whoever wants to buy
You
them.
want to donate, right,
Yeah, and we're donating the money.
to
We're donating the money to the One Fund.
the Boston One Fund, or One Boston, yeah,
The Boston One Fund
Boston One
for the victims of the Boston
the
Marathon.
Boston Marathon, yes. Any other?
We're also planning a Woodsdale cleanup day, and we're going to focus on the outside and, pulling weeds and planting flowers.
Right, there's a lot of that around that building, in the playground too, and the ball field.
After Mrs. Sullivan mentioned it, I had remembered, she had said that there were beautiful flowers, but they were covered with weeds. And I remembered the day before, when we were walking inside, I noticed these beautiful flowers.
Right.
And I'm really excited to
I
do
bet.
that.
Well, plus, it's almost like you live there. You're there 6-7 hours a day, and some of you are there on weekends playing ball. You don't play soccer there, but it's important to have a nice environment. It's like your home. You want your home to be nice, and you're there, like I say, a lot of your waking hours. So
Yeah.
it's nice, and it's nice for the neighbors too to see that the students take care of the school. That's again, I'm impressed. I love to see young people involved in the community, and you ladies are right on the right track. I assume you'll be going to Frollo next year. Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you gone up to the school yet to
We're
see how-
actually going on Monday.
Oh, great. Well, you
And-
may see me there. Occasionally I work up there.
Yeah,
So.
we've had visits from some of the students up there.
Oh, great, to tell you what to expect.
Yep, and the
Yeah,
guidance
and the guidance
counselor.
counselor.
Yeah.
And
Now,
one
I
of the
know you
teachers.
have brothers that have graduated from there, and I know you have Ian that graduated from there, so you have a good feel for what's going on anyway.
Yep.
Yep.
Let me just tell you one quick advice thing is be prepared for your locker. That's going to be a little trying at times.
That's what they talked about.
I bet.
Most of the time, I'm so worried about it.
No, that you can't worry about it, but be prepared for it. Well, I can't thank you ladies enough. You've done so much already at such a young age to help out the Abington community and the Woodsdale. And you have some great help with Mrs. Sullivan and Mrs. Busan and the whole group there, Mrs. Grady. Again, stay involved. It's important. It's your community. The next people coming on are going to be talking about helping soldiers out and stuff. And I can see already in you folks, 10, 15 years from now, that you'll be replacing Mrs. Oldham and Christy Coombs and stuff as the next generation of helping the community out. So keep up the great work. And I really want to thank you for coming on the show. And we'll be in touch. And keep us informed. Anytime there's a big event coming, let us know. We'll get you on the air and we'll talk about it and let the community know.
Thank you for having
Thank
us on
you.
the
Oh,
show.
the least I could do, believe me. I really appreciate you coming on. Next on will be Aaron Christian and Michelle Oldham. And we're going to be talking about a tribute to Joe Colantoni and raising care packages for soldiers. So we'll be right back with that. Welcome back to Around the Old Town. I'm Bob Toomey. With me are Aaron Christian and Michelle Christian Oldham. Did I say that right?
You said that right.
Okay.
That's right.
I have a habit of getting double names wrong in the wrong order. These folks are with us tonight to talk about Abington Cares for Troops. Aaron, you're the youth representative. You want to talk about what your role with this is?
Well, the youth, we have a bunch of boxes around the town within the schools. Frollo, the high school. Actually, the high school doesn't have a box, do they?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
So the high school will have a box. There's also one at Center and Beaverbrook and also the Woodsdale. We're looking for items, and we think you'll touch upon that a little bit later on. We're looking for items to give to the troops on the day of May 19th, which we'll also touch upon a little bit more. And it's a matter of the youth getting involved in the town. Having a chance to have their voice and not really have their voice, but give some assistance to the troops over there who are fighting for us. And
Right.
it's
And
very
it's just
nice.
the voice they're contributing, and that's part of actions. Speak louder than words. It's a common cliche. And we just had some young children on, young students, Allison McLeod and Allison Mcdonald. And Aaron's a couple of years older, I think a year older
Yes,
actually,
one
one year grade ahead. And he's the mayor of Abington, the presiding mayor right now. But he's also been involved in the town in trying to get young people involved. And this is a way this youth can give back. Michelle's husband is on his way to Afghanistan, I understand.
Correct. He's in Mississippi, Camp Shelby right now, and at the end of the month he'll be heading over to Afghanistan for 10 months.
Okay, so Michelle and Christy Coombs and a number of volunteers that I don't have names for because I know I'll forget some of them. They're involved in this Abington Cares for Troops. So please, Michelle, want to go into in depth a little
Sure.
more? And
Sure. We started Abington Cares for Troops really only a month ago, and the response has been phenomenal through the town. Back in October, when we got the call that Michael would be going overseas again, when I began we began telling people that he's going over again, and the first thing that came, the first question that people would ask is, aren't the troops coming home? Aren't they supposed to be coming home? And people would ask more than once, and it kind of gave me the impression that people were, that the troops, I guess, were already home, or they didn't need our help. Almost like they were getting forgotten, not with everybody, but
No,
it was
of
just,
course.
the question came up so much that I said, geez, we should really think about doing something. We had a send-off gathering for Michael at the end of March, and the American Legion has been awesome. We wanted to say thank you for letting us use their facility that day, so we decided to do a fundraiser and kind of gather items for a pack and wrap, and we did some raffles, and just to say thank you and raise some money for them. And it just took off so much. The event went so well, and then the following day, Christy Coombs got in touch with me, and she was thinking of an event to honor the late Joe Colantoni for Memorial Day. And she said, well, why don't we coordinate efforts? And the American Legion, we've been meeting with them. They've been just phenomenal. They're just great to work with, and we've just come together and just started planning. We've had boxes dropped off throughout the town. People can donate pretty much everywhere you turn. There's a location.
Some of the places, I know the schools, of course, like Aaron's involved
Yep,
with.
they can donate at the Town Hall, the Senior Center, Tastefully Done Food, Susie Selections, Abington Bank, Bemis Drug, the United Church of Christ, St. Bridget's, the First Baptist Church, the schools, all the schools, Frollo Center, Beaverbrook, Woodsdale, and also at the American Legion. We have a box there as well. So pretty much, I think that's about 15 boxes. And it's taken off so well. I guess when people would ask me, my impression was, oh, I thought people were kind of forgetting, where they were saying, oh, aren't they coming home? Not in Abington. They have not forgotten.
Right.
I mean, it's really a tribute to Joe Colantoni and his work, because this town has just jumped right on board, and the response has been amazing. And
I'm not surprised.
he did a great job. This town has not forgotten. And
Well, we can't forget anybody that's over there.
Right.
That's in uniform, even in the States.
But just to see it's just been overwhelming. It's
Yeah.
been wonderful. So we're going to collect the items through May 12th. I'm going to go around town. We're going to pick everything up. And then May 19th, we're going to have a big town-wide pack and wrap. We're going to have a ceremony at 12:30. And
Where is that?
It's going to be at the American Legion. And right at 1 o'clock, we're going to do the pack and wrap. Right at 1. And we're going to have everything that we've gathered through the town. We're going to have, it's going to be like a big, I guess, assembly
line?
station
Sure.
kind of a
Right.
thing. One table with baby wipes, another one with, chapstick or.
That's what I wanted to ask you. We have the donation boxes set up.
Right.
What are some of the items that you'd like
sure.
to include?
Well, some of the top requested items are baby wipes, single-serving powdered drink packets, coffee-to-go packets, tea bags, Ziploc bags, preferably the gallon size, individually wrapped snacks, beef jerky, Chex Mix, granola bars, anything individually wrapped.
Right.
No chocolate with the heat.
Right, melt.
Sunblock, preferably SPF 30 or higher. Saline nasal spray, socks, cough drops, hard candy, gum, and chapstick. And those are the top requested items, but most of all, they love receiving the letters. My husband says all the time he loves receiving the letters and the cards. Next week at Abington Public Library, May 9th at 3:30, they're having all the kids in the town, anybody can come in and make a card. We're going to put that in the packages as well.
Excellent.
Yep. And
May 9th, 3:30?
May 9th at 3:30 at the Abington Public Library.
Great. And that's for any kids, or
kids.
even adults probably,
Yep,
right?
and adults, yeah, well, yeah.
If
And
you're-
even the day of the ceremony, anybody wants to, we'll probably have a table set up that, if somebody wants to write letters or, even draw a picture, have a child draw a picture, anything.
Right.
Because it means a lot.
It's tough enough to
So-
be away from home, but never mind being a soldier in Afghanistan when
Right.
you're literally putting your life on the line. So
Right.
it's
Right.
important that if you are available around to help out, May 19th.
May 19th, yes, if you're available, we're going to be we've sent out messages to the schools and Constant Contact and just different releases. We're preparing a release now to prepare for the event, and we know we're going to need volunteers and to maybe man a table or a station, or
Sure.
we're still figuring all that out.
Well, many
So-
hands make light
Yep,
work, and
exactly.
it's especially a cause like this. We had John Marquardt on a couple of months ago, and he served in Afghanistan as well. And the guys and the ladies really appreciate the effort because you're thinking of them. Just the fact that you're taking time out of your busy schedule to think about these souls, whether you know them personally or not. I mean, you obviously it's your husband, and John's a good friend of ours, but just the fact you're taking time to appreciate the effort they're doing for us over there, and so that we can walk the streets freely and not have to
Right.
worry. And it's
Right.
very important. So let's go over that again. May 19th,
May 19th.
12:30.
12:30 is the ceremony. It's in observance of Memorial Day, and we're going to honor the troops, Joe Colantoni. And then 1 p.m. we're going to start the pack and wrap.
Great.
Yeah.
So any donation, and cash donation, what about postage? How do you get?
Sure.
Yeah.
Any cash donations would help with the shipping and the shipping supplies. That's our biggest probably
Expense,
hurdle
yeah.
with that, because the boxes are about $15 a box, and our goal is to send out 100 boxes. So if anyone can help with the shipping, they can mail a check to the American Legion Foundation. The American Legion. P.O. Box 2016 in Abington,
Okay.
and just put on the check, Abington Cares for Troops, or put it on the envelope, so
You know
they
where it's
exactly-
directed
right,
for.
right.
Yes. Now, is there also an ecumenical ceremony?
And that's at 12:30.
That's the
the
12:30 for
ecumenical
Joe
ceremony.
Colantoni.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, and Reverend Christy Colburn will be
Should be
doing that.
right, leading the procession there.
Yep.
Trying to think what else now. Any other kids involved that you're aware of?
Yes, the TAB group from the library is also involved. They're going to be doing towels for troops because we're just trying to make sure that everybody has a select item. It's much easier to give an item, but at the end, if we all do our part and we have our item, it'll be great. But Towels for Troops is a donation box in front of the library, and it's hosted by the TAB group. And
What is TAB? I'm sorry.
TAB is the Teen Advisory Board.
Okay, for the public library.
Yeah. And may I just ask a question?
Sure.
Chapstick, wouldn't that melt?
I don't think so. It's in the tube and stuff.
Yeah, it's in the. I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So chocolate isn't wrapped as well.
I actually, this past week, this has been so amazing. The release went out, and I had a sophomore from Quincy High School contact me. He brought over a bus at my home Monday morning and delivered 11 boxes of items. And it was a project he had been working on, and they just wanted to coordinate with us as well. And there was a lot of chapstick in there, so I know that's we can send.
It's
that
good
out.
thinking, you're
So,
right, because the material
yeah.
itself is very,
Right,
melt
right.
easily.
Because
Right.
Michael told me, it could melt, but.
Depends, I guess, how it's wrapped.
And I just also wanted to include
Sure.
the Boy Scouts, although they are going to be on a camping trip the weekend of May 19th, the other Scouts are encouraged to come. Also, the Cub Scouts from Pack 41, and I believe also Pack 11 should be attending as well. And I'm not sure about the Girl Scouts. That's to be determined at this point in time. But I'm positive this is a town event, and I'm positive they will attend.
Right. So if you have the ability to donate any items, particularly the baby wipes, the chapstick, the sunblock, do we have a list actually? Other
Yep.
than, I mean,
This is the list that I read off was the
Okay.
main list.
right.
Yeah, so any of
Any of
those, of
What
course.
about books or
anything.
magazines? Are they too bulky? Or
We can ship them out.
I just
We
didn't know,
could,
because I figure books might be bulky in cost.
I think they just go by a certain weight.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like I said, we've just been doing this a month, and it's just grown so much. We're trying to every day we're figuring out something
new.
else.
Right, exactly.
Right.
But please, if you have the ability to donate, it's for a tremendous cause, and their soldiers are over there fighting for us and representing us over there. So please take the time to donate. And on May 19th at 12:30, please, if you have the time, swing by the American Legion post for the dedication, the commemoration, in honor of Joe Colantoni, who's done so much for the veterans all over the country, and also, but particularly for Abington's veterans. And then at 1 o'clock will be the wrap and pack and wrap. Is that what
Pack and wrap.
Pack and wrap. And like we said, many hands make light work. I'm sure you'll feel rewarded and giving back to the community, in particular helping out the soldiers. Anybody who wants to write cards in the meantime, drop them off at the donation boxes too.
Absolutely.
Right. I mean,
Absolutely.
Like Michelle said, the soldiers love to receive cards and gifts and something to open. They're away from home.
And we also, this week, we just created a Facebook page as well, so all the information will be on the Facebook page. It's Abington Cares for Troops -ACT, all one word. You can find us on there.
Okay, Abington Cares for Troops -ACT.
Yes.
Okay. Well, if you want to spread the word to other people, you can tell them to go to abingtoncam.org to watch the show with Aaron and Michelle and myself, and spread the word that way. It's abingtoncam.org. And Michelle, thank you so much for all you've
Thanks
done
for
already.
having
And best
us.
of luck with your husband.
Thank you.
I'm sure everything will work out well. Aaron,
Yes.
always a pleasure to see you. Thanks again for coming on. Our next segment, actually I can do it right now. I'm just going to read it because we don't have it's in June 29th. And it's the first annual softball tournament for the Hug Foundation. 9 a.m. start at the Frollo Field. There are 10 teams. It's limited to 10 teams, 15 players per team. And each team will be assigned a celebrity player, a Bruin, a Patriot, who knows, but some sort of celebrity, not myself, someone on a much higher celebrity level. And there will be a kid zone. So if the adults want to come down and participate, there'll be a place for the kids to play and act up and, in a reasonable fashion. And there's no admission fee. And if you want to get involved in the team part of it, you want to sponsor a team, you want to get some players on it, maybe you're one or two players, and maybe we can put you on a team. Michelle, I think you have a team scheduled to go in.
Yes, we do. We need a few more players, about 5 or 6.
Okay. So anybody that's interested in playing, you can contact Alex Pazanson, 781-953-1236, or you can reach him at BTA Development, all one word, at AOL.com. Again, that's June 29th, 9 a.m. They're looking for some softball teams, and there is an admission fee for the players, but you can talk to Alex about that. So again, Michelle and Aaron, thank you so much for coming on. Allison's that we had on earlier tonight, thank you for coming on. And Justin Shanahan, again, thanks for all your help. Again, if you want to see this and tell your friends about it, abingtoncam.org. We'll be back soon in a couple of weeks, and we'll get anybody that has events they'd like us to broadcast, please let me know. Toomey44@verizon.net. Thank you very much. Have a great day.